It's a brand new day. For the first time in such a long, long time, I know I'll be okay.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. So we're checking. Can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Larry! So I want to make sure you can hear me because I don't know if you can hear me.
We don't really need Larry.
I think we're good. They can hear me.
You guys here?
Yeah.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
It's great to be here. What an amazing celebration to be here for Larry and Colleen. My name is Matt Gagline, and first of all, I'm not a pastor. So you're wondering how am I up here? Well, my wife Debbie right here, wave your hand, and myself, we're their neighbors. We live across the street from Larry and Colleen and the boys, and we've been there for many, many years, and they're neighbors. And in what I share here at the beginning, you'll understand why maybe we're standing here and I'm standing here with them, helping lead this and being I'll call it the servant of ceremonies. Let me tell you a little bit about Larry and Colleen, just as a history. I think louder? I'll do as loud as I can, okay? To the back. Many of you know much more about them than I do. I was going to bring a bunch of Green Bay jokes, because I know it's all Illinois people, but I stopped there. I don't go down the, Green Bay Packers. I'm actually more of a San Diego Charger fan, so if you're wondering what I am. Now, Chicago Blackhawks, I'm an LA King fan. Yeah! Had to go there.
It might throw you over.
Anyways, a little bit of history about Larry and Colleen. They met at Southern Illinois University in 1984. Funny little story that Colleen shared with me that I'll tell you is one of Larry's buddies asked them to take Colleen and her girlfriends home from the center of town. It was a cold, chilly night. Some of you who was there? Right here. So she could probably tell it. But Larry came and picked up the gals and drove them home on that cold, chilly night. And Larry kind of caught Colleen's eye in the rearview mirror. There was a little bit of a connection there. I don't know who connected first, but they connected. And shortly after that, Larry said, "Hey, we should go out to dinner together." And go out, and they said, "Okay." And then somehow they miscommunicated the time on that date, and no one caught each other. No one called each other to see who dumped each other. They just didn't talk about it and didn't see each other. So quite a bit of time went by and they kept crossing paths, and eventually they actually did make a connection. They actually moved to San Francisco. Were there for 5.5 years, where Larry was an airplane mechanic, right, for United. And they got married in 1990, the same year that we did. They married this month, right?
Yeah.
Is it tonight?
February 17th.
February 17th. We were married shortly after that, but we of course didn't know them at the same time. And we both moved on to Maryland, where we both live, in 1998. These beautiful young men were raised there, as well as my 3 kids and my wife. We were all raised our kids there too. Ours are just like 2 chapters ahead of theirs because they're all in college. But we'll fast forward and all those times together, and maybe why I'm up here and my wife's here especially for you tonight is, you know that Colleen had a real bout with cancer, and that was a big challenge for her and her family, and many of you. I know that Janet and Gary spent I can say it because they spent a lot of time really taking care of them. So in that time, Debbie and I would see them, in the street or across paths, and we'd ask how she was doing. And a number of times we'd actually go over and just pray for them. So we would, put our arms around them and we would pray for them. And one of the ones that we specifically prayed for was when she was going for her surgery. So she was literally driving away on that surgery, and all the boys were there, and we huddled in a circle and we prayed for him. And that's what God calls us to do, is to love each other and pray for each other. So we did, and we asked that God would give Colleen and Larry only the peace that he could give. And he did. He Colleen did, and to this day, Colleen will talk about that and how significant it was in her life and how it made a difference. And there's two verses that come to my mind out of the Bible. In John, there's a verse that says, it says, "My peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives. Don't let your heart be troubled, and don't let it be fearful." And that's what we prayed over her. And another verse that really made a difference, again, it talks about peace, it says, "Don't be anxious for anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, make your requests made known to God." And that's what we did, is we just asked him to give her that peace and get her through that. And it says, "The peace of God, which passes all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus." And that's kind of what happened that night. So here we are together 3 years after that started, about 3 years almost to the month. Here we are celebrating a renewing of their vows, a renewing of their love and their commitment to each other. And it's an example for each of us, I know, just to see them, to have 25 more together or 50 more years together. It's just an awesome evening that we can be together. So it's a great time to be together. I think what's next is Larry and Colleen are going to exchange their vows. They have actually written them, and they've been the ones to do that, so I'm going to step down and let them do that right now. Okay?
Thanks, man. Okay, I can't remember a lot, so I got it right. You know? I might need someone's glasses too. Colleen, when I met you, I had no idea how much my life was about to be changed. But then how could I have known? Because I was pretty clueless, man. What a journey it has been. We've moved again, and we've moved again, and again, and again. We've watched our boys grow from babies to become these nice, smart, independent little guys. We've had successes, and we've had lots and lots of setbacks. You and I have weathered many storms. There have also been times when I believe sometimes the problems before us were way too big to overcome, and that mountain was just too hard to climb. But somehow we survived. I never imagined I would face losing or the depths of despair I would have. But throughout all this nightmare, it was you and how you embraced love, God, and just faith. That is truly amazing. You are truly my hero. And with that, you have forever changed me. You have helped me triumph over challenges. You showed me the one thing that really mattered in life is love. And what love truly means. You have also showed me that love is enough. Well, today, we are on the other side of that mountain. And I am so ecstatic that I get to continue life's journey by your side with my best friend. I stand today in front of you, our boys, our family, and our friends, to reaffirm my love, my marriage, vows to you. Today I am not simply taking a vow. I am giving you a promise and words that are my own. And it is with a big, full, happy heart. And as Aiden would say, you have filled my bucket. I promise that I will continue to laugh with you, to cry with you, to comfort you, to face our fears together, to always be your shoulder to cry on. I promise to just listen to you. And yes, I will even keep my mouth shut. I promise to keep all the good memories alive and held closely in our hearts, and to let all the bad ones die. I promise to trust and value your opinions and stand by your actions. I will always have your back, as you are my best friend. I believe in you. I will not forsake you or these promises that I have made, but rather I will strive every day to cherish you and and show you my love for the rest of our lives. This is my promise. I love you.
Well, for one of the first times in my life, I don't know what to say. I had all these things in my head, but I'm a little. I guess what I just wanted to say most was that everything, the most important thing to me, has just been your love. And when you say your marriage vows, I promise to be true to you, I promise to forsake all others, to be honest and true. When you say all those things, you really don't know what they mean until you start living for 25 years, and then you're like, oh, that's what that means. That's what that means. And I just promised to do another 25 years of being best friends, of being everything to each other that we have been. And I just want to tell you that you've made my dreams come true. Because right now, this is my dream. This is it. Having the boys, having Larry, having all of you. You don't need anything else. I have my dream now. Thank you.
Colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone, all my doubt suddenly goes away. So one step closer. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. Love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty in motion is. I will be brave, I will not let anything take away. Standing in front of me, every breath, every eyes come to this. One step closer. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I've loved you for 1,000 years. Love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believe
family is going to exchange lays as a family with the boys, with Ian, Aiden, and Nick as well. And the lei signifies a never-ending love, healing, and unity. And they're going to exchange them together.
You're good. All right.
We're just going to keep going to Hawaii. Just kidding.
Just a second. No, just I'd like to tell you that I have a lot of words to say, but I don't, because I think they said them all for us today. Beautiful, beautiful words of their love for each other. I do have two just statements about marriage that I wanted to quickly read to you. Being loved just as you are is the greatest gift on earth. It is immeasurable in value and can never be repaid. And this other one I thought of because of the circumstance they've been through, and they're on the other side of the mountain, right? As Larry said, they're on the other side. That is the best time to love with your whole heart is always now, in this moment, because no breath beyond the current is promised. Amen to that. What Colleen wanted us to do is, I'm going to ask my wife to come up, and we're going to say a blessing on them. We're going to pray for them, and then we'll have the last song. Okay? Hope you can hear us. Father, we just come before you, and I thank you for this couple that you placed before us. I thank you for Larry. I thank you for Colleen. Lord, I thank you for the love that you've given them for each other and for their family and for those around them. Lord, I ask a blessing on them. I ask a blessing on Colleen as she continues to grow. I thank you for her health. Lord, I thank you for her vigor for life and her love for others. Lord, for Larry, I thank you for his leadership. I thank you for his integrity. And I just ask that you would bless them and give them favor in all that they do for the next 25 and 50 years. And you would bless and honor their marriage, and that you would use them in many ways. I thank you for their boys. I ask for safety and blessing on them as well as they grow into young men. Lord, we thank you for an awesome evening where we can celebrate love, we can celebrate 25 years of marriage, and we can celebrate the future with them. Lord, thank you so much for them. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Now you can all start dancing. Come on. I want to thank you all
Yes.
for coming from
All ends of
everywhere,
the world.
all ends of the world, and just sharing this with us, because you are all angels to us. You've all helped us so much throughout our lives, but in the last few years especially. And we just want to thank all of you for being here. Everybody back in Chicago and across the country that have helped us, and especially our angels up in heaven, that we wouldn't have made it out with them either. But just thank you. And now I'm so excited that you're all here, because now we're just gonna have fun. Just fun, Dom. My niece back there. And Carly. And Andy, thank you so much. Awesome.
Awesome job, guys. Thank you.
We want to get a group shot though, up here.
Yeah, while everybody's here, let's just do
The
that.
sun's going down. We got to get a good group shot, because we'll never get everybody in one spot.
So how do you want to do that?
How should we do that, Teresa?
What do you think?
That it?
Yeah.
Okay. Want to do it down there?
We don't want to list.
Oh, whatever you think would work. Okay, we'll all go that way.
This way.
Yeah.